Morning, Tater. So, there's my breakfast. It is Saturday, the 30th of April. I think it's the 30th of April. And I'm here at Bobcat. As you can see, about to enjoy my breakfast and coffee. And had a little bit of a storm last night with a little bit of hail, nothing bad, just a little bit of storm. You can sure hear it on the roof, I'll tell you that. So today, I have got that wood in the background and that railing system over there on the cot. Can't really see it. And I'm gonna put up that door. I'm gonna try to make a sliding barn door out of some pine shiplap barn siding that I'm gonna put together and then make a square frame for, basically. And hopefully it'll roll back and forth, you know. I think it's gonna work. There's really only one way to find out. So, come along if you got nothing else to do and watch me build the door. Righteous! Righteous! Let's go! Oh my God. Yeah, I got him. Alright everybody, so I'm in here in the bathroom and I've gotten my 2x6 up all the way across. I'm going to fix this with some trim, this here, later. But right now I've got my 2x6 across and I've gotten my railing up there and I'm about to tighten up the last lag screw. But that's what it looks like so far. And evidently the door I'm going to make has these hooks that came with this whole bar thing, and they kind of hook over and they have a wheel up there and the wheel just slides back and forth on there. I'm sure y'all are familiar with that. So anyway, it's pretty cool so far. It should work. And so that's what I'm doing, is just getting this here. This is the last lag screw that should be on here. Should be getting nice and tight right about now. Yeah, that's good to go. So the next step is I actually have to build the door out of this stuff over here. This is just 1x5, or yeah, I don't even think it's 6, like 1x5 1/4 or something like that. Shiplap pine barn siding, I think they call it. And I'm just gonna put it together piece by piece. First I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna measure and I'm gonna cut, but after that I'm gonna put it piece by piece like this. I'm gonna cut it lengthways, height is what I'm saying. And then you just put it together. Oh, ah! I can't do it. Can't do it. You put it together like meow, and should be good to go. This is a warped piece, but that's okay. And it just kind of goes together like that. And then I'll make a frame for it and a cross brace. Should be okay. Yeah, should be nice. And then Mihaela was excited about getting a stain for it to kind of match the wood in the rest of the bathroom, which is totally cool. Actually, the wood in the bathroom is kind of a hodgepodge right now. Those are 2 different floorings. That's some 1/4-inch plywood, you know, so I mean it's kind of a hodgepodge right now, but that's okay. It'll be all right, children. So now I got to measure and cut. All right. So I've got my pieces cut at 85 inches. I think I figured out that's what the door height is. So basically what I'm going to do, or try to do, is lay them out here on the porch, square them up with a square, and start putting a frame on them. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. So you see I've got them all laid out there, and I squared it up, and I'm going to continue to square it up as I go along, but I'm going to nail in a frame all the way around it, make sure it's as square as I can get it, and then put a couple cross pieces that way, and probably this way too, and it should look really nice. It should work fine. It should be pretty sturdy. So that's how it's coming along. Okay, so I've got the cross supports, and I've actually got, on this side too. Oh yeah, it's sturdy enough now. I've got one on the back side there. And I'm just going to do the handles real simple. I'll probably just have like a little piece of wood there or something. I'm not sure, but anyway. So that's the side that's going to be on the inside of the bathroom. And this here is what you will see from the outside of the bathroom. So that's not bad. I gotta put a few more things on the back side of it. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, I wouldn't walk around on it, but for a door it should be fine. Alright, so I've got the back of the door out here, and I'm putting some little braces on the corners. I got 2 more to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes on the top for the rollers and the hooks. Make sure that they're pretty much good to go. I've got a little bit of trimming right here to do. A couple of these boards ended up a little bit longer, like 1/8 of an inch. Not really a big deal at all. And then I've got to figure out how I'm gonna do the little floor guide, door guide on the bottom. Other than that, that door is just about ready to go, I think. It's a pretty nice door. I mean, for what it is, you know, really, so. But right now, I'm gonna eat some lunch. Oh God, look at what I got over here. Chili Frito pie. Oh Lord, 'tis what she proclaimed. Folks, I'm gonna take me a little break here. I ate lunch. It was delicious. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go out here behind the cabin, see how the seed is doing that I put down. I put down a whole bunch of winter rye out there just to get rid of it. It probably won't do too well in the hot heat, but that's okay. I put a few soybeans down there too to see what happened. And then I'm gonna make my way around the food plot and see what's going on down there. I did that food plot last week or week before last where I sprayed it, put down straw, and did like 50 pounds of soybeans and like 5 pounds of buckwheat. So I guess we'll see how it's doing back there. But after I'm done with that, I'm gonna come up, finish the door, and I don't know, we'll see what we do after that. Come on. Looks a lot different back here since we planted some grass. Oh, that's good though. Start building up the soil back here. Maybe we'll have a little garden back here one of these days if I can keep the deer and rabbits and other critters out of it. The reason I'm bringing along the 22, not that I have to have a reason, but there is a reason. The last time I went down to the fire break, there's a big old fat groundhog down there licking the salt block. And he stood up, and I had just enough time to get a shot off with the little 410, but he was at like 60 yards, and I just didn't get him. So I figured maybe, you know, if I had my 22, I bet I would have got him. I would have had a groundhog roast, and I'm pretty sure you can eat them anyway. A groundhog roast, and maybe some fur. I don't know. I'm sure there's a recipe for groundhog somewhere. It don't look too bad down here. I don't know if that stuff's germinated or not, but sure is a nice little lawn that we got going. So that's cool, man. That's cool. Let's get down to that food plot. I'm excited about looking at this. There is the patch of wild mint that just grows here. I don't know if it's spearmint or what kind of mint, wintergreen or what, but man, it smells good. And when you mow it or mow close to it, I try not to mow it down, but when you mow close to it, man, you can smell it. Whew, man, it smells good. I love that stuff. So I planted some little ryegrass out here just because I had like 50 pounds of it. And it's coming up. I can see it in little spots coming up. So that's okay. Little sprigs of it down there maybe. I don't know. I needed to get rid of it. I figured, well, this is just a lawn out here, so might as well put it out there. Same thing with over there. I need to mow again. Man, stuff grows like crazy. See that, Todd? Look at all of them blackberry blossoms. Maybe this year I'll get around to making some more blackberry jam. Oh God, that is nice. There's Juan's little jujube tree. It's coming back pretty good right now, actually. So that's good. I was afraid it wasn't going to make it at all. But it is coming back. That's awesome. So I'm down here in the food plot, and if you remember, I only sprayed and replanted or reseeded that part down there. The dead looking brown part. Everything else I just left up here. Up here I got a mixture of clover, buckwheat, soybean, I think I might even have some sorghum coming up. I mean, just clover. It's crazy. I've got turnips and radishes in here. A radish right there. There's a bunch of thing right here. Everything that looks like that is buckwheat. Clover coming up. We got weeds coming up, which is okay for now. I mean, they're going to eat all this stuff. So that's actually not too bad. But I am interested to see what that looks like. Looks like I got a pretty good kill on it. So that's good. And it might take a few, I don't know, 7 to 10 days for them soybeans to germinate. I'm not sure. Look at all the radishes. Like, I got quite a few radishes and stuff coming up. I'm still not sure that the deer here, I know they do in other places, but I'm not sure that our deer here really recognize the turnips and the radishes as a good food source. I say that, and then there's one nipped off at the top right there. Hello, come on, focus. There's one nipped off right there. Just straight up nipped off. So I don't know, maybe they're starting to eat them a little bit more. That'd be cool. You know, so yeah, it'd be awesome. But anyway, I do have just a mixture of stuff coming up in here. I don't know if that's really a good thing or a bad thing, but you can tell something's coming in here and nosing around in it. That's probably good. Lots of turnips and radishes coming in right there. Got a pretty good little patch of clover over here mixed in with some other stuff. Like everything else on this little plot, I got stuff mixed in with stuff. Poison ivy growing. Which I just recently found out that deer like they'll eat poison ivy. Like, besides humans, there's not a whole lot of animals. Uh-oh, I gotta sneeze. Yikes. Excuse me. There's not a whole lot of animals that are actually allergic to poison ivy. Like, a lot of animals eat it. So, let's see what happens, I guess. I think that's buckwheat coming up. So. Plus, we just got a few little, you know, regenerative stuff coming up. There's a little bit of clover right there. Well, that's not bad. I'm still eating on the salt block over there. That's good. Well, it looks like a lot of these beans are still here, so all the animals didn't eat them. That's a good thing. I don't see much germination taking place yet. Not yet. There's a buckwheat. Right there. There's a buckwheat. I don't know. We'll see. I said I'm not seeing a whole lot of germination yet, but this one's buried pretty good. So all these should start germinating. You would think pretty soon. They've been getting some rain and been getting some sun. I got them covered up for the most part with some straw, you know. I tell you what, if these soybeans don't take this time, I think I'm just gonna be done with soybeans because, I mean, my gosh, dude. Seems like a lot of work. Of course, I may not be doing it right too, like I said, but sheesh, man. We do have a few little things popping up. That's a soybean. That's a soybean. A few little buckwheats popping up. It's not gonna hurt nothing. That's a little soybean, I think. So, there's a couple soybeans popping up. I guess I just needed to give it some more time. I think the germination rate for soybeans is like 7 to 10 days or something like that. So, you know, we'll see. See what happens. Definitely got some stuff digging around in here. Soybeans and junk coming up. Ooh, look at that blackberry patch. Yes, cheering. Thing's taller than I am. Good grief. You can see where where I did a little bit of cutting, and then all the sun that gets in there, all the little regrowth and weeds and stuff that come out. Deer actually like eating that stuff. So, you know, let them have it. I'm not seeing a lot of germination, but it may not be quite time. Like I said, it may take a little bit longer. I don't know. Looks like the shell has cracked open a little bit. So that's good. I think that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to crack open the shell and kind of come out. Well, at least I have this one over here to munch on. This little plot with stuff for a while this one is taking off. Maybe come back next week and hopefully it will sprung up a little bit better. A little bit more. Get this here. Pretty sure that's a soybean. So that's good. Ooh. They are soft and rubbery, I can tell you that. So something's going on in there. Probably a good thing. All right. But yeah, on this side I didn't spray. I haven't mowed a whole lot. So we're gonna see what we can get to come up. I think some of this stuff is the sorghum. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what that big grassy looking stuff is. I could be totally wrong. Sorghum, from what I can tell, kind of looks like corn when it's coming up. There's a frog over there somewhere. Anyway, sorghum kind of looks like corn when it's coming up, but it doesn't get as high, and then it gets these seed pods on the top of it. So, like this here is a rye, winter rye. This is just like crabgrass. But I think some of these bigger grassy looking things might be sorghum coming up. Only time will tell, Tater. It's a little bit more shaded on this part of the plot. You know, so. Oh yeah, I wanted to go make a mock scrape somewhere. I don't remember where it was. That'd be a good spot. And there was actually a scrape down here. I should go make it down here. Let's go do that. You don't get to see this part. No, no, no. So, got my licking branch, which the deer use this anyway, and you can tell they're still using it. I'll see all the other branches are nice and leafed out and stuff, but these lower ones are kind of scraggly looking. That's because deer are still using this as a licking branch. So there's my mock scrape. It's about 3 feet wide. I'll probably make it bigger later, but I peed in it. And I know that sounds crazy, but believe it or not, it will work. So I'm still a little bit disappointed in this side of the food plot down here. I'm hoping that it's just me. And I'm not waiting long enough for these soybeans to germinate. You know, so I really hope that they germinate and they produce. You know, if I can get half of this food plot to spring up, that would be awesome. I mean, there's plenty seed to ground contact, and I have most of it, not all of it, but most of it covered up with straw. So I'll have to check the germination rates on soybeans. I think it's something like 10 days. It might be even longer, but I know buckwheat comes up fast. So that's, you know, that's fun, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh well, come on, Cletus. Back to work. Just saying, I just got that. It's got a big old chunk of ice. I just got that out of the fridge. That is some of my filtered well water. Don't get much cleaner than that. No chlorine, no fluoride, no bullshit. Just water, the way God intended it. Oh God, that's good. All right, so I've got to put a couple more little doohickeys on this thing, on this door, and then should be good to go. So let's go. All right. I think that'll pretty much do for the back part of the door. I need to trim up a few little things right here. And then the bottom should be good, I think. So, we'll see. We shall see. Cool. That is awesome, yes. Not bad. Not bad. How y'all doing? All right, folks, let's see what we got here. First of all, we have got to move this fan. All right. First of all, we have got the the barn door. That's not too shabby, if I do say so myself. And I do. I had to add some 2x6s here and a little bit of trim, but to fill the gaps on the side. Just the way I built this wall is kind of funky, so I'm not worried about the gap on top because who gives a shit? You can't really see in there too well, you know, for privacy, and so that's good. Anyway, we'll probably get this stained at some point. I might put my halo on that. And then, of course, there's the back side, and this is a little bit different, but it's still pretty nice. I made some corner braces for it, and those are the bolts for the hardware that came through the side. I put this brace across there, and then some more corner braces on the bottom. But I mean, I wouldn't stand on it. I wouldn't use it for a life raft, but it's a nice door. That's a $300 door, by God. Goddamn price of lumber is outrageous. That's that, and I got all the rolly stuff up there, so that's cool. I also went ahead and finished out this last little section over here, this privacy section on this wall. I'm gonna leave the plumbing exposed just because why not, and I'll end up taking the cold water off to the sink right there. Probably the shower will come off right there somewhere, and then go out here and be in a little tub shower thing. I'll have to run water from behind the toilet up and back and over to here somewhere for the washing machine hookups. Yes. And then and I'll just run the drain for that just straight down, I guess. I'm guessing. Yes'm. I just about used up all of that flooring that I had for over here. I think it'll be okay as long as it doesn't get soaked, and it shouldn't, because we're gonna have one of those round shower curtain holder rods up there. Should be all right. Anyway, so when you come in here, when you're not using it, all those hidden shelves are hidden. And then when you are using it, you close the door, you've got some privacy for the bathroom, and you got your shelves right here. I still have to do something about this right here. This and this little spot up here are the only spots that still need some stuff done to it to make it actually private, but we'll get it, man. No big deal. So I'm pretty happy with that. It rubs in one little spot up there, the hardware does. It rubs on this little spot right here when the other bolt goes past that, but I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest with you. Anyway, so that's that. That's our barn door, man. And I think that is pretty fucking special. Yes, I do. Is that gonna be okay there? I don't know. Oh, it's gonna hit it. Oh, it's gonna hit it. Anyway, that's our sliding barn door. I totally like it. And I think I'm going to be done for today. So, y'all remember, the Lord is good. He's awesome. The outdoors is good. Having a Saturday to work on the cabin's pretty good. Mahala went to her first formal. She's going this evening. And that's pretty cool, man. It's a freshman formal. And I know I'm out here being selfish and working on the cabin. However, I wouldn't even be alive today if it weren't for Jesus Christ saving my ass. And I get to work on the cabin, and I get to see pictures of her going and stuff. And Jane was wondering why I wanted to miss it. I said, well, I don't really want to miss it. I said, but this formal I don't really give two hoots about, really, honestly. I said, during prom, when that comes up, and there's a boy with a wrist plant flower corsage thing outside of my front porch, ringing the doorbell, knocking for Mahala. Yeah, I'll be there for that. I'll be there for Zoe too when that happens to her, to kill somebody. What? Anyway, God bless y'all. Have a good time. And stay tuned. We're just going to keep working on old Bobcat Cabin. Peace!